Hey everybody, welcome to Test Chamber, where we look at new games, or in this case, we look at a game that's not out yet. We are playing Splatoon. I'm Kyle Hilliard. Ben Reeves is playing the game.
How's it going, everybody?
Ben Hanson is sitting in.
Hello, Splatoon's biggest fan.
And we have Corey Olcsvary from Nintendo Treehouse, who's going to tell us what we're doing.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it by. We're excited to check this out.
So this is, yeah. You know, we kind of explain.
Take it away, Corey.
Yeah, tell us
You're
what
the
we're playing.
expert.
We're playing online, actually, against folks in Nintendo right
Yep.
now, currently, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And their names like Bobby? Those are their actual names? Or
I believe so. We are playing, you got Cindy there, Bobby.
Cindy and Bobby.
We are playing
Torrid
4
love
versus
affair.
4 online turf war. So this is a 4 versus 4 battle where, for folks that aren't aware of Splatoon, this is an all-out turf war where you're trying to cover the most ink on the map. So this is not just you're just trying to get kills or anything like that. You are trying to make the biggest mess possible. And if you're able to see on the Wii U gamepad screen, that shows kind of a real-time kind of overhead map, right? Of who's winning right now.
Yeah, you never get like a true percentage on the screen. Like you never know, like, okay, we have 60% of the map. We need to hold on to that. All you get is the imagery on the screen. So you never like totally. There are a lot of cases, like we've played a couple rounds now, where you're not completely sure if you're in the lead, like right to the end.
Oh, nice.
So kills don't really matter here, but you can still take people out, and it's
they
advantageous because they're stunned for a while then, or just out of the game?
Yeah, your opponents will get sent back to their respawn point. And of course, you're playing here as Inklings, these kind of squid-like characters. You've got a splatter shot, this like rapid-fire weapon right now. You're seeing.
And that's kind of like one of the first weapons you get, right?
You'll get a rapid fire. Yeah, you'll get one actually called the Splatter Shot Junior, which doesn't have as much accuracy, but certainly that rapid fire one feels really good, seeing just getting splatted by a roller. A little bit more of an unconventional weapon for a shooter game.
What just happened there?
So the splat roller is a weapon you just get to hold down the button and just roll ink all over the place. We've got a few seconds left to see.
I think he was talking about the jump, though.
Oh, the jump.
Oh,
the jump.
Into like another player.
The super jump. Yeah.
Anywhere they are on the map, you can like jump straight to them.
Oh,
once you
interesting.
respawn. It's kind of handy.
So at the end of the map, Judd, the cat, will actually let you know who had the most ink covered, and it looked like the bad guys won that one.
I wanted him to win.
They're pure evil as well,
Build up
right?
a little bit of false confidence.
As you play, you're earning points, which can then turn into cash, which you then use in the online or in the stores, which you can get new gear, new weapons, etc.
Cool. Well, let's jump into another game here.
Yeah, and we're actually going to check out another weapon right now. Okay, so we're back in another round, and we're looking at the splat roller, which was kind of revealed, I think, kind of recently in a trailer. It's not a gun; it's just a paint roller that you roll along the ground, and it lets you cover a lot of ground quickly, which is cool. Because that's your main incentive, is to cover the ground. You're not necessarily like we were talking about earlier. You're not really trying to take other. What are they called again? The kids.
Squid
The Inklings.
The Inklings. You're not like taking out Inklings is good and it helps, but like your main thing that you want to do is cover the ground with paint, not the walls. That's important to point out too. You want to cover the ground.
Hey, can I just point out, I don't want to kiss too much Nintendo ass here, but Splatoon is a really good name, and Inkling is brilliant. That's
All right,
so good.
so there's a special weapon actually too in the game. Actually, I have it, so maybe I can show you what it is if I build it up. It's called the Killer Whale.
Yep.
What?
There's one actually right there that just got used by Green Team.
That's it. It's spelled W-A-I-L, or yeah. That's
Okay.
right. So it's like screaming basically.
Use it.
I'm gonna try to get.
Green
Is that
team.
it?
Where's somebody on green?
That's my dude.
Yeah, that's a.
Where's a?
Oh, to your right, you had one. I think.
Reeves squandered.
The Ink Zuka. He actually had a special weapon as well. He filled up his special meter. So the way you got that was that upper meter in the upper right. Once you lay down enough of your own ink, you get access to a special weapon for a limited amount of time.
Huh. So, Corey, this is Turf War. Would you describe this as like the main mode of the game, or how does it all break up here?
I would say that, online Turf War, this is the meat and potatoes of Splatoon. This is where players, I think, are going to really spend a lot of the time playing. As you're playing these matches, you're getting to try different weapons, different maps, different strategies. And like you said, the gameplay isn't anything like you played in a shooter before.
Right.
You're just trying to cover as much ink as you can. It really adds this new kind of dynamic layer. Like, you've never had a roller in a shooter game before. Like, you probably never had a need to have one.
Sure.
But
So, how many of the other modes have you actually detailed so far then?
I think a little bit later we'll be showing off a little bit of there is a full-fledged kind of like single-player campaign. So you mentioned the Inklings earlier. These are the characters you control.
Sure.
The Octarians are this octopus army that you go up against. They're kind of the Inklings' arch rivals, and you kind of battle them in the single-player campaign.
Okay.
So I don't think we've talked about how you kind of refresh your ammo, so to speak, your ink. You can actually turn into a squid and go underneath the ink, which is what Reeves was just doing there, and swim around. And you move faster when you do that. You recharge your ammo
that way too.
And you cannot swim through the enemy's paint. That's right?
Yeah, if you actually go into the enemy's ink, you'll actually see that you slow down. You're like,
oh gosh,
yeah.
and then you die,
it, yeah.
and somebody jumps out at you. And
But yeah, like you said, that squid button, you actually hold ZL button down, and you just, as long as you're holding it, you're a squid. So it's really useful for strategy, refilling your ink quickly, swimming around. You're invisible when you're in your ink, although you leave ripples if you're moving, but you could just stay still to kind of like pop up and like ninja squid on somebody. But
so it's a bit like real life.
And we just ran out of time. It looks like this is going to be a close match. Judd is going to, down to the wire. Do you think it's blue or green?
I think it's blue.
I think it's totally blue.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It was largely because of me.
Thanks, Judd.
Well done, Judd. Is that cat part of single player? Is there a story behind why that cat likes ink so much?
Judd has a little bit of a backstory. If you want to learn it, you can play the single player campaign to learn why there's a cat involved.
The rich lore. Okay.
Well,
Is that
okay.
maybe how he got his like pob? Never mind.
He's actually his clothing is actually his fur. He's not actually wearing clothes.
It's like a Bayonetta situation.
Well, okay. So we're gonna go check out one more weapon, I think.
There we go.
Okay, so we're back again, and now Reeves has the Splat Charger weapon, which is kind of like a sniper rifle, I guess. You can almost call it that.
Probably the closest thing in this game to one. Yeah, you can see me charge it up and then boom.
And there are a lot more weapons,
And you leave a giant trail of ink.
obviously, but we're just looking at these three today.
Yeah, you actually see the longer that you hold down the charge for, the further that path of ink will fly, and it actually goes pretty far. Oh, almost.
Oh, that was
almost got a
actually
little snipe
pretty good on
there.
their part because they ducked underwater.
Yeah, just in time.
They are turning into a squid. They're jumping around, trying to not be seen.
Good job, Reeves.
That roller seems like a slam dunk, though, for covering the most territory. Is there a reason that you wouldn't just choose the roller?
So every weapon really does come with its advantages and disadvantages. So the roller is just ridiculously fun to use, but what you gain from or what you lose from that is range. You're not able to attack at a long distance. So
Gotcha.
What
there
I've
you go.
found in combat, the roller's not as great. It's maybe good close combat, but like you'll die.
Make sure you
distance-wise.
show off some of the grenades too. Those are nice.
you'll also want to combine that splat. If you're using the splat roller, you would want to make sure you're using your sub weapon wisely, right? You usually get the suction bomb with the splat roller, the main splat roller, anyways. There are tons of weapons that you're going to be getting in this game as well that you can purchase in the shop.
So yeah, Kyle wanted me to show the grenades.
Yeah,
That's-
show us
You
some of the
could
grenades.
also head up.
That one
this,
bounces. Well, yeah. Did you like that?
That was really stunning.
Way to show it off.
So, Corey, you mentioned you can upgrade or like buy new weapons in the shop. Is that basically how it works? Is throughout multiplayer you get a currency, then you go into the shop to unlock more weapons?
Yeah, based on how much ink you cover in a match, you're going to be earning points that gets turned into currency. You can then
Okay.
go into the game's shopping mall is called the Booyah Base, which is
course.
where you'll find a shrimp who sells shoes. You've got a jellyfish that sells
he?
clothing. And all of the
disappeared
gear,
on
I
me.
should actually point out, underneath that special meter up in the upper right, you see these like three icons. One looks like an ink tank with like an arrow going up.
Yeah.
One looks like an angel.
Yeah, one looks like an angel squid. So the gear that you're wearing actually comes with abilities. So that one with the green squid with the halo above it increases your respawn time, so you don't have to wait to respawn as long.
Gotcha.
So you want to, when you're choosing gear, you actually want to think strategically as well. Not only do I want to look good when I win, I want to have the abilities that work best with my playstyle.
This game drives me nuts because all I think about is controlling flood and sunshine and cleaning up this entire map. That's all I'm focused on here.
Yeah, Mario should come through after the match and just be cleaning up.
Yeah.
That'd actually be really cool.
You guys should do that. This game comes out in a month. You guys.
Kyle, don't tell Nintendo what to do. So
You got about 20 seconds left in this match, and it's looking pretty on the gamepad I'm seeing here. It's a pretty even distribution of pink and green ink.
I think everybody at Nintendo headquarters think it's their lunch break and they're just giving Reeves a chance to kind of mop up here.
They're like,
See that now. This is the advantage of kind of
Oh,
having
you've
a
got your
sniper
special.
rifle. Is you
Got
can
your
sit up
special
here.
ready.
Use it. Use it. You got 6 seconds.
Unlimited bombs for like a few seconds here.
Oh, awesome. Oh, no.
that was good.
You did a good job, Reeves.
Good attempt.
Do you feel good? You feel good about your team?
Pretty good.
Let's see what Judd says.
Oh no.
Judd the naked bow tie cat.
Oh no.
Could go either way. I think down there.
Oh,
come on.
2%.
Ah, Jed.
But you did get points that you can then use in the shop.
Yep. I'm
Oh,
gonna go
that'll
buy a
do.
new hat.
Perfect.
Cool. So that's a good
Wipe
look
my tears
at 3 different weapons from Splatoon, playing against some real human people on the other side of the United States.
I think there's something else we could check out.
All right, fine. Okay, so now we're taking a look at ranked battle, so in this mode, it kind of works like King of the Hill a little bit. There's like a one zone in the middle of the map that's clearly highlighted. You guys can probably already see it, that we want to take over. And there's something a little bit interesting about this mode for launch, which, Corey, you can tell us a little bit about. It's actually not going to be available on day 1, technically.
Yeah, so with ranked battle, when you're playing Turf War, which again, like that main multiplayer mode, 4 versus 4, where you're trying to cover the most territory with ink, when you're playing online, you're going to be leveling up. And once you reach level 10, you will gain access to be able to play ranked battle. Now, ranked battle has different rules, like you see here. This is more of a King of the War style game where you're trying. It's very objective based. You're trying to. All the action's going to take place in one area. But because the skill kind of needed to succeed in this mode is a little bit higher, you certainly don't want like 3 noobs on your team, right?
You want to
getting
keep
into
those
ranked
noobs
battle. You know, we want there to be that that higher level of gameplay there. So once enough players reach level 10, now this could be like, you know, a number of like 2 days or something like that. It's not something we're like holding back until the end of the year. It's going to be very quickly. But once that number of players reach level 10, we'll open this up so folks can get in on the ranked battle.
And
Now,
presumably they'll be, you know, versed with the game at that point. Yeah.
Does that zone move around the map, or is it always that one spot that you're fighting over?
It's just this one spot.
Yeah, it'll be that one spot. You're noticing that 2 teams are battling. So once that timer, you see the orange timer in the middle, the purple timer is moving down right now. They've got control. And you've got your special weapon ready.
Oh,
Well,
which
you
might be cool
did,
to show
which
off.
would have been perfect to use
it
in this
would've been
mode.
really, really
it basically
good.
like throws down a tornado of ink.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which if you fire enough ink on the ground here on your side, you might be able to build that up for us to see it. But
Oh yeah, you're pretty close actually.
You might want to stay back a little bit far, and then maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna try
So on
it.
the he selected his special, and yeah, if you
Let's go look
show
at
us.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
that's
intense.
Just
So
shoot
anyone
away.
within that ink strike range would have.
Oh,
just
they
been
did it right
eliminated.
back.
Oh no! Get out of the way! Nice.
Woo.
So how important is teamwork and coordination on your team there?
Oh, it's really important.
Yeah, in ranked
I'll
battle.
answer all your questions.
Yeah, no, I mean, you played a ton today, so you could definitely answer.
And I've gotten really good.
I feel like you don't necessarily want to try to be always the hero, right? You kind of want to go in
Right.
with
Yeah,
a
I mean-
little bit of.
There's a little, yeah, like I think you said earlier, like going in cowboy is usually a bad call.
Okay.
Especially in this mode because you're like in that middle center area is just like the target for everybody's like gun, and so
Yeah.
it's just chaos. And even like jumping in, if you like jump into where your partners are, you're just bound to die.
Sure.
Do you think we can do one more of those, Corey? you think?
One more, yeah. Let's do one more ranked battle.
Let's do that.
So Corey, is there like voice chat or anything for tighter coordination?
So Splatoon will not include voice chat, but what you will find is that with the gamepad, you really the communication, you kind of know intuitively what to do and where to go. With the gamepad tools, you'll be able to see always where is the ink being laid down? Where do
Sure.
I need to be? Where should I go?
Is there a way to like set pings or anything on the gamepad for other players, or any special communication on the gamepad?
Yeah, there actually are a couple of kind of built-in preset commands you'll be able to do. In the bottom left, you can see some examples of that, where if you just like up or down or something like that, other players would know that you're sending out this like waypoint for them, or calling
Okay.
a call to action, if you will.
Gotcha.
Get him.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Took each other out.
It
So you
was
guys are out
really
to the
beautiful.
quick lead right now with the splat zone already down 30 seconds.
You're welcome,
70
team.
left.
Is there split screen?
There is no split screen in Splatoon. So when you're playing online, you're going to always have that full screen for yourself.
Okay.
There is a local 1 versus 1 mode.
Oh, interesting.
Which we'll see a little bit later. In that mode, each player gets his own screen. So one on the gamepad, and then the player on the
locked
TV
in.
gets to use a Wii U Pro controller.
Oh,
or,
that's awesome.
Classic controller Pro.
Okay.
If they have those.
Definitely.
So you're, again, I see you using the super jump often, tapping the gamepad screen to just jump into battle.
Get him.
Nice.
And so with that super jump, you're just tapping where you
Oh.
want to go, Reeves, and it'll launch you right there.
Well,
Yeah,
you
launches
do have to
right there.
tap like your teammates.
Okay.
to
There,
tap
so there has
wherever
to
a
be someone in
teammate
there
is.
area already.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But that's nice. It gets you right back in the action. Which is pretty
Yeah. And it looks quite cool.
cool. Yeah.
Oh, suction bomb.
So,
So
do you guys, oh, go ahead, Kyle.
I was just gonna say it's a strange thing like playing this game because you're so used to in a shooter, like when you see an enemy, you just want to go after them. But in a lot of cases with Splatoon, like you not if you see someone else fighting and there's like a whole bunch of clear unpainted area, like it's more beneficial to go over there and kind of leave them alone. It's
Yeah.
like this weird thing you have to overcome.
Makes
Yeah.
you grunt a lot. Too, I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, Corey, have you guys been playing a lot at Nintendo's office?
Oh my gosh! Like,
Oh, okay. Well,
Thanks for showing off a quick way to die.
right.
you don't always want to super jump right into the middle of the splat zone. There might be some guys there. We've been playing nonstop. I can't get enough of this game. I mean, even playing some of the same maps, it's like you're playing with different weapons, you're playing with different strategies, going up against different players.
Sure. Do you have any pro tips, any strategies you can let out there that have kind of evolved throughout the course of your play?
I would say one strategy for sure is with the splat charger, with the kind of that sniper weapon that we saw earlier. You know, using it to strategically lay down ink paths for your teammates can be really beneficial because you charge that up, and then you get this long path of ink instantaneously. Also, being a squid, you're able to jump even when you're squid form, so you can jump gaps that you may not normally able to normally jump when you're in human form.
Gotcha.
I would also recommend not super jumping right into the middle, of a gigantic tornado of ink. Ben Reeves, that's a good tip.
yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Look at this. I'm on a roll.
This is a close match here. There's a little bit of penalty time that you're seeing underneath.
Right.
So green team.
We got to work that off. Is the only
Green
problem.
team's got control right now, but they were working off their penalty.
And that
If-
helps to kind of extend the games a little bit because this can go quick, I guess, right?
If one team is dominant, the game can end relatively early for these modes. Yep. So once you'll see that the pink team is working off their penalty time just under that 35. Once that reaches 0, then they'll start working off their main time.
I'll just try to build up my super here real quick.
Yeah, and this is also good because it helps keep your enemies away by filling out the area around the zone too. So
Yeah, I know you asked earlier, like, what's the benefit? Because there's only one zone technically you need to ink. So what is the
Yeah.
benefit of inking the rest of the territory? And you just kind of answer that as well. That by inking it, you're forcing the opponents to then ink it back. Otherwise, they can't really move through your colored ink. They get like stuck. Their feet are like all stuck in the gooey ink.
You also have the opportunity to build up your special, which is an option.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I
wow,
walked
not
into
nice.
that bomb.
Have you had a favorite weapon that you played with so far?
I do like this roller, which is fun. The sniper, what was that called?
Splat Charger.
Yeah, that one's fun. It's kind of it's very different kind of gameplay both ways, and it's different too because like Kyle's saying, you want to go and attack the guy normally in a shooter like this, but in this you're more concerned about the territory. So even if you're a person who's not good at shooters, you can focus on I'm just gonna go away from the action and cover up this area down here.
Almost got to a C+.
Almost.
You almost did it, Reeves. Well, I think that's a pretty good look. We got to look at the ranked mode and the sort of traditional online multiplayer. And when's this come out, Corey?
Splatoon will be out on May 29th. Same day, we'll also have the Splatoon amiibo launching, such as the Inkling Girl, Inkling Boy, and Inkling Squid. So,
And what do those do in the game?
we'll be showing off a little bit of that soon, but they add additional single-player challenges for you, and you can unlock exclusive gear for your Inkling.
Very cool.
Sounds challenging. All right.
Yeah, well, thanks for bringing it back, Corey. And thanks, Reeves, for doing... You did well, I think. You
I
did
did
a good job.
really well.
Yeah, cool. All right, thanks. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Test Chamber, where we look at new games, or in this case, we look at games that aren't quite out yet. We're playing Splatterhouse online. I've got Ben Reeves here, who is playing.
Kyle, is that a weird joke?
Splatoon.
You know you said
guess.
Splatterhouse?
Did I say Splatterhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow,
You failed, Kyle.
Crap.
Although
I'm sorry, guys.
It is Splatoon. Now I'm going to say Splatterhouse, Kyle.
jeez.
You jerks.
Oh, man.
You're totally frazzled, aren't you?
Now I forgot the name of the game.
Holy
Splatoon. It's
shit.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Okay, here we go.